Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is the voice of Mzansi, bringing you the latest and most important news from across South Africa. Watch till the end so you can see the sources and verify everything for yourself, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button for more real updates. In a dramatic scene in Braamfontein this week, Operation Dudula staged a protest outside the Socio-Economic Rights Institute, SERI, the South African Human Rights Commission, SAHRC, and the Helen Suzman Foundation. The activists accused these organizations of being unpatriotic for defending undocumented migrants, and called for their offices to be shut down. But human rights groups, shack dwellers, and observers have slammed the march as misguided. It's a flashpoint in the ongoing battle over immigration, national identity, and our democratic values. Ground Up News 1. Dudula supporters, led by their leaders such as Dudula and Tommy Madando, marched from Newtown to Braamfontein, where they attempted to enter SERI's offices but were blocked by Abolali-based Mzansi and a coalition of civil society supporters. Tensions erupted, with protesters insulting counter-demonstrators, pushing through, and prompting police to use pepper spray in order to prevent chaos. Ground Up News 1. Dudula even threatened to close these offices, before the group moved the protest to the SAHRC offices to deliver a memorandum. Ground Up News 1. SERI's executive director, Nomzamo, described the protest as misguided, warning that blaming migrants distracts from underlying causes such as poverty, state capacity failures, and inequality. Ground Up News 1. The organization emphasized its commitment to the constitutional right to dignity and expression, while condemning what it views as vigilantism and xenophobia. Seri-sa.org 2. Abolali-based Mzansi echoed that sentiment, affirming South Africa's unity across national lines and warning against scapegoating vulnerable communities. Ground Up News 1. Critics argue that Dudula's tactics endanger democratic space and human rights. Experts point out that targeting NGOs and human rights bodies, followed by chaotic confrontations, only worsens social divisions and sidelines the root causes, such as poor service delivery and governance failure. Gonawebers.com 3. Indeed, imposing vigilante justice instead of strengthening state capacity could lead to long-term harm. On the flip side, Dudula supporters defend their approach. They accuse SERI and SAHRC of prioritizing migrant rights above those of South African citizens who are struggling at clinics and schools. The Citizen 4. They argue that foreign nationals are straining public resources, and that foreign-funded NGOs are enabling this imbalance. Dudula insists it's not xenophobic. Instead, it calls itself a patriotic force demanding the enforcement of border and labor laws. Wikipedia 5. This clash is a microcosm of South Africa's broader immigration debate. With entrenched inequality, weak service delivery, and high unemployment, Dudula taps into widespread frustration. But if state institutions like the SAHRC and SERI are undermined through street action, it could threaten judicial oversight, open society norms, and rule of law. What's needed now is a new direction, constructive dialogue, inclusive policymaking, and better communication. If the government and civil society engage communities in meaningful solutions, blaming migrants could give way to shared ownership of challenges. All images used in this video are for illustration purposes and do not show actual protesters unless clearly stated. This reporting is based on eyewitness accounts, civil society press statements, and ground reporting from Braamfontein. Thanks for watching The Voice of Mzansi. If this story resonated with you, please like, comment, and subscribe. Do you think Dudula's protest was justified or misguided? Share your thoughts. And here's a light joke to wrap things up. Why did the protester bring pepper spray? Because he heard it could spice up the conversation. Stay informed, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.